Hi everyone, I'm Anagha Kulkarni. I'm a PhD student from Arizona State University. My research focuses on synthesis of interpretable and obfuscatory behaviors in human-aware AI systems. That is, how can AI agents synthesize their behavior in cooperative as well as adversarial environments? These days, AI systems have become part and parcel of our day-to-day life. From an AI assistant in your living room, to a smart toothbrush in your bathroom, to a smart fridge in your kitchen, to a smart car in your garage. But not all of these AI platforms are human aware. That is, not all of these systems take into account the human's mental model while interacting with the human. For instance, consider an autonomous car that is expecting a human to take over the wheel in a few seconds without taking into account human's response time to a certain event is not really human aware. There are several application domains that may actually benefit from human aware AI, from factory floors to restaurant settings where the humans and robots may act alongside each other as co workers, to disaster response scenarios where the humans and robots may collaborate remotely, to decision support settings like providing assistance to pilots in a cockpit or to provide assistance to doctors in a surgery. But not all applications are cooperative in nature. For instance, consider a scenario where the human's mental model is actually being exploited by adversarial entities. Here we have a supermarket scenario where the Bluetooth beacon takes into account the fact that if a human is waiting in front of an aisle, the human might be interested in the products on that aisle and then sends targeted ads to the human's cell phone. So the AI systems need to be able to generate interpretable behavior in cooperative scenarios as well as obfuscatory behavior in adversarial scenarios. So now let's see, why is the human's mental model required? One reason may be the human may have partial or inaccurate understanding of the robot's model, and therefore the human's mental model of the robot model might be much different from the actual robot model. So it is not sufficient for the robot to just use its own model to optimize its behavior. Instead, the robot should take into account the human's mental model and generate behaviors that conform to this mental model. And these behaviors are called explicable behaviors, that is, behaviors that can be understood by the human. So let's look at this video here. Here, the robot is trying to build a tower of 3 blocks. There are 2 blocks on the right and one on the left. On the left, you can see that the robot takes a block from the right side one by one and puts it on top of the leftmost block. This might seem very counterintuitive, but the robot has its reasons to do it to optimize its own behavior. On the other hand, when the robot picks up the block from the left side and puts it on top of the other 2 blocks, as is shown in the rightmost video, the robot's behavior becomes explicable. And that is what we want, the robot to take into account a human's mental model while doing its behavior. Sometimes the AI agent may want to update the human's mental model. In cooperative environments, it may want to convey certain information to the human, and this can be done by performing legible behavior. On the other hand, in adversarial environment, it may want to hide some sensitive information from adversaries, and this can be done by performing obfuscatory behavior. So here we have two scenarios. On the left, we have a legible task planning scenario. Here the robot wants to actually inform the human about the ingredients it is adding, and therefore asks the human to pass the can of sugar. On the other hand, in the rightmost picture, the robot is trying to obfuscate the ingredients and therefore asks the human to do some other task while it is adding the ingredients, thus obfuscating those ingredients. In summary, my research focuses on these two broad areas of interpretable behavior and obfuscatory behavior. And within these two broad areas, there are multiple categorizations like explicable behavior, obfuscatory behavior, and so on. These topics have been explored in further detail in a recent AAAI 2020 tutorial that I was part of. The slides and videos of the tutorial can be found at this link. Also, please feel free to visit my website for more information on the papers. Thank you.